What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back at Arkell Motors. There are more parts here for me. Yesterday when Matt was at the shop, he looked into Rodrigo's truck. If you saw my last video during that ice storm that we had, you know we ran into a little bit of an issue with his truck. It shut off on the guy that was driving it randomly. And also, I don't know if I mentioned this in that video, when I went to start it when I first got in, it cranked and cranked and cranked, and when it started, I went and started two other trucks, came back, and then it turned over immediately. So it was kind of weird, but apparently there is a bad sensor. Matt called it in yesterday after I left, and they said they had it in stock, so I'm gonna run in. I also need to talk to them about a mirror bracket for my uncle's truck. Rodrigo did a temporary repair on it, but it is broken again. He put like a glue on it, and it just didn't work. So I'm gonna see if they have that bracket in stock. If they don't, I'm gonna have them order it. But let me run inside, we'll grab this stuff, and then we'll get down to our shop. All right, guys, I just got down to our shop here. Rodrigo threw this Snowplow push box on our 908 yesterday and put it all together. Everything is working fine. We got power angle, the wings here, whatever these are called, worked perfect. Power angle both ways. They did have a slight issue with this snow deflector up on top. They had to put a strap on it and pull it to us a little bit to get the bolt holes to line up. But this is going to be a very nice piece of equipment if we get a big snowstorm and need to go out with this. I just gave Rodrigo that sensor for his truck. It is a intake manifold pressure sensor. So he's gonna go look at that, see if he can find it, swap it out real quick, and then obviously we'll test the truck and make sure the same issue doesn't occur. Hopefully it's not something that'll only occur when it's cold out, but it shouldn't be. That bad sensor would probably trigger it whenever. But on this truck here, we are swapping this salt spreader over to a fully hydraulic spreader. This was an electric setup before. Obviously there's still some parts on here that are electric, but we need a coupler that goes from, where's the motor? Here. We have this, come on, I can't get this plastic off. Oh my God. That was on there tight. So this is 1 inch, which is the size of this coupler here. It's not gonna slide on because the little Allen key locks that thing is in there. But that's 1 inch, slides on there, but our shaft for the chain here is 1.25 inches. So obviously that doesn't fit on there. We tried calling up to Smith Spreaders to see if they have one in stock or if they can send us a motor that is 1.25 inches, and then obviously a coupler that's 1.25 inches to 1.25 inches as well, but they are closed today. So my father sent them an email, and after the new year they'll get back to us. Today is the 31st, so a lot of places are closed. But obviously that truck, there's quite a bit of work going on it. This truck here, actually before we get into that, these two spreaders, I think I showed them in yesterday's video. They are for these two trucks. One of them's going on the back of that one, and then the other one is going on the back of this truck as well. So we got one of our guys over here cleaning up some of this stuff in here. You may remember this plastic tray in here got eaten up the other day. So we have the parts ordered. They are coming, but obviously we don't have them yet. We pulled the old spreader or the old spinner off of here. That new one is going to get bolted up on here. We have some fabricating that we have to do. I'll walk over to my truck and show you real quick. We're going to replicate exactly how my truck is and mount these two spinners the exact same way. Here's my truck. You can tell this is a very clean setup here, but we have these pieces of C-channel welded on from the last piece on the spreader here out to the back, another one on the end here. We had to cut a little notch to get it to slide in, and then obviously we welded this flat stock right to this C-channel. This C-channel basically makes a horseshoe around here. Two pieces upside down. We did drill holes in them. Actually, it looks like Rodrigo torched a hole in that one, just so water doesn't sit in there, salt can like get caught up and basically puddle up in here. It allows everything to kind of fall out. You can see down in here there's a little bit of water there still, but then we weld one piece on the back. The flat stocks get welded right to the end here, and then you drill 2 holes for your rods, and your spinner just hangs like that. It is a super clean setup, and this is exactly how we're gonna replicate the other 2 trucks. All right guys, so down in here, right under this turbo here, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a sensor, 3-wire plug right there, and I believe that is the sensor that we need. The guy gave us a diagram here. This doesn't show the turbo sitting here, but right here, number 7, it's down in on that angle, and that's the same angle there. It's a 3-wire Rodrigo. Let me see that. This plug on the new sensor, you can see there's 3 little prongs in there, so it's a 3-wire, and then obviously you got to thread it in. So quite a bit of work to get that out of there, but good thing I got Rodrigo here. Right, Ricky?
Hi.
Come on.
Yeah, we
Tell
do a
them
little
you're gonna
quick.
get it.
Yeah, we do a little quick hip.
Yeah, okay. Back inside our shop here, this Peterbilt is pretty much ready to go. There are a few minor things left to button it up. The plow is pretty much complete. We do have to mount the controller in here somehow. This is just floating around, so it needs to get mounted something like that somehow, so my father is not playing with it all day while he's out here plowing in this thing. But the salt spreader on the back is not strapped in to the bed at all, so we can't really test it yet. We got to figure out how we're going to strap it in here. But where is the controller, Matt? What'd you do with this? Okay, so right here on this controller you have your spinner speed and you have your spreader speed. This is your auger or chain, and this is obviously the spinner. Right now we do not have control on the spinner speed. It is on or off. Well, at least not from the controller. The auger speed we have working properly, which is probably the more important one. But when we do put some salt in this, we're gonna take it out, and up here on the back of this valve right here, you put a flathead in and you can adjust it clockwise or counterclockwise. I forget which one is which. I would have to follow the hoses, but either way, whichever one controls the spinner here, we'll have to adjust it based off how far it is throwing the salt out on the sides of the road here. You obviously don't want to throw the salt off of the roads, so we'll have to do a trial run the first time and get this thing dialed in, and then only adjust the auger speed while we're out and leave the spinner spinning. It does not really matter as long as you have good coverage on the road. You don't really need to adjust your spinner as much. And keep in mind, this truck is only going to be like this until the end of this winter. In April, we are dropping it off to get central hydraulics installed on this truck. So all this electric work is only temporary. But once that truck's out of here, we have a lot of cleaning up to do. This shop is jam-packed with stuff, way too packed. And we need to get a lot of this stuff out of here. This is just the back here, and then you come over to the side along the whole wall, and it is just loaded up with stuff right now. So that is the next project. Today is December 31st. I have plans for New Year's. My father gave us the option to work half a day if we want. I'm taking advantage of that. These guys are staying and finishing the day out. So hopefully they get Rodrigo's truck fixed and then make some good progress on these trucks in here. But that is gonna wrap it up for this one. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Peace.